Hey, welcome back to Cool Kids Art, and let's draw the max tier of Blackheart. So let's get started with a quick sketch, and then I will show you line by line on how you can draw this. Alright, so let's draw this, and I'm gonna start out with the inside of the little hoodie first. So I'm just gonna draw two lines on the side. This is gonna be almost the width of his head. And then from those two lines, I'm gonna go up toward the center. And then after this, we're gonna come in and draw in the eye detail. So right here, I'm just gonna draw one circle. It's gonna be one of his eye sockets. And then on the other side here, it's got a little eye patch. So just draw one slant like this, and then just round off the bottom. And now we'll come back in here and finish up the eyeball inside. So this one's easy. We're just gonna draw another circle. And then let's put a little dot in there. Okay, and then from here, let's continue on with the skull. So just draw two slants coming in. And then from there, just kind of come in and draw like a little bracket like this. This is gonna be kind of like where his spear is gonna be starting. Okay, and then once you have that, I guess we can join the nose. Well, we should have done this first actually. Okay, and then for here, his mouth, I'm gonna draw one line, kind of dipping down a little bit. I'm gonna give him that little bit of a smirk here. So from the middle, and go up. And then for a little bit of detail here, I'm not gonna draw in the individual teeth, but I will add a couple of lines like this. Makes them look a little bit creepier. Alright, and then once you have that, on the bottom here, just kind of connect it with a little bit of curve. And then on this side here, just connect that. I know it's a little bit tricky, but once we draw in the rest, everything should make a lot more sense. Alright, so let's finish up the little eye patch here. I'm just gonna draw two lines. Continue it all the way down. And actually, let me shade it in real quick. It'll probably look a lot better. Especially the eye patch here. It's all black, and then the nose area, black. Inside the mouth here, black. And then for his eye as well. Alright, so now we got to draw in his beard first before we fill in the rest of the head. So he's got a really big beard. So from this line here, we're going to continue it. Just kind of hook it out. So continue that curve and just kind of go out. Alright, and then we're going to come in. Just add a little bit of an angle here. Just to give it different strands. And it doesn't have to be exactly like this as long as you have some kind of angle. And then from here, we're gonna come down to the middle here. I'm gonna draw one big one. And then whatever space you have here, just kind of close it off with another curve, with another strand. All right, so that's this really cool looking beard. So now let's finish up the top of the head. Right here, we're gonna continue the line for his hoodie. And then now for the top here, this one's easy. We just go up and just kind of round it. Round it down and then go all the way back behind the beard. And actually, let me shade this in quick black as well so we can see this a little bit better. Alright, so that's the head and no more shading. Okay, so now we can add in some detail here. For the beard, continue with this line. We're just adding a little bit of flow to it. Maybe even one here. Alright, so that's his head, and let's move on to the body. And he's got really big shoulder pads here on the side. We're gonna just come out. And then we're gonna curve this all the way down. Right in front of his chest area, so we're just gonna go right behind the beard. And then now here's the armpit. We're gonna pinch it in all the way down to his waist. We're gonna close it. And let's go ahead and draw in the belt. So he's got a really big belt buckle here. Just draw 2 lines, close it. And then on the belt here, on the side, come down, but just leave a little bit of space here so it's a little bit shorter. Alright, and then just one little rectangle inside just for some detail. Alright, so let's add in a little bit of detail in here. So for the shoulder pads here, I'm just going to draw another line. Just follow the same curve. And then for his ribs, it's a little bit tricky, but we're just going to start on the side here. Just going to draw like a little spike from the side all the way toward the chest. So that's one. I'm going to draw one more on the bottom here. Same thing on this side. And then on the inside, we're seeing the spine, so I'm just going to draw in 2 lines like this. And we can add in some detail here. Alright, so we're going to keep it simple and let's move on because there's a lot of details on this character. So now we're going to draw in, he's got a little hook here. So I'm going to come out to the side right here. Let's draw 1 line across and then a dome shape. Just kind of curve it down. We're going to round it off like this. I know it's a little bit strange, it's just kind of floating. We'll connect everything. Okay, on the side here, just come down. And then on the bottom, just kind of go in a little bit steeper, just round everything off. Okay, and then let's connect this. So here's the armpit. Just draw a line that will connect that arm piece, and then on the shoulder here, just connect that. So close up all the spaces. And then let's add in the little hook now. So this one's easy. From this flat area, we're gonna go up. So I'm gonna start on the inside edge here first. We're gonna go up, turn, and just add a little bit of hook at the end. And then the other one's easy because we're just gonna follow that on the outside. All the way around and just kind of hook it and close everything off. And then for some detail, we can add in a little bit of lines here. And then on this part here, just add in one more curve. Same thing as the one on top, just for some detail. Alright, so that's this really cool looking hook, and let's move on to the other arms. So it's a little bit different. Here's the armpit. Come back up here. So this is just going to be ripped cloth. So from these 2 points here, just kind of zigzag all the way across. And let's add up here just a little bit more cloth. And then for his arm, just kind of draw like a little bracket. That's going to be his elbow. And it's come down. Just kind of pinch it in because all we're seeing is his bone. And then we'll close that off. And then for the cuff, we'll extend it. Turn that into a rectangle, but slightly askewed. Okay, and then for his hand, let's draw in a little 2 lines like this and close it off. And then we'll draw in the fingers. Okay, the fingers, here's his thumb. Just come down. And then for his other finger, we're gonna come down, just kind of curve it. Come back up here, give it some thickness, and just kind of close everything off. And we'll add in one little finger behind. And let's just add in a little bit more detail here. I'm just gonna draw 1 line. Alright, so let's move on to the lower body, and it's a little bit different too. So we're gonna start here on the side, come down. Go back to the middle, just go off to the side. I'll draw 2 more slants coming down. We'll close that off. And then let's add a little bit of detail here. This one's easy, we'll just follow that curve or the slant. Adding a little border. Okay, and then for his pants, down the middle, I'll draw one curve, go back to the middle, another slant coming down. And let's go back out here for his leg. Go out, come back in, come back in here. And again, his clothing's gonna be, his pants gonna be ripped here. So again, I'm just gonna draw a couple of these angles. So it doesn't have to be like this as long as you have some kind of jaggedy edge. Alright, so now let's draw on the other side, and it's a little bit different. This one's gonna go straight down a little bit more. And then this one is gonna come straight down as well. And then again, just some more zigzag just to close everything off. Alright, so now we can draw in the lower leg. So let's draw in this one first. In here, I'm just gonna draw like a little, actually you can close that off for his knee. And then come down, just one little rectangle, and then for his boot, extend that line and then flare out. Close it. And then let's just add in one little detail inside here. And then for his boot, we're gonna come in, just kind of pinch it in, close it. Dome shape, come down. He's got a really big boot. And then one section for the sole. And that's it for that leg. And then for this other leg, it's easy. So this one's right here, it's just gonna be one big curve, just right underneath the his pant. From here, two lines coming down this way, and then close it off. And then now we're gonna continue with the same slant. We're gonna draw two lines all the way down, and you can use the other side for reference so you know how long to go. Just round it off. And he's got a little bit of wrapping here. I'm gonna just draw two lines and then just maybe one little loose cloth here, like a leaf shape. A little bit more detail. All right, and then to finish it off, he's got a little strap here. And then he's got a little bit more clothing down here. So I'm just gonna start in the corner here. Just kind of go out. And then come back in to the body or into the leg. And same thing on this side. So it's a little bit flowy. Let's come back into the leg. And then it's gonna continue to the other side behind it. So right behind here, I'm just gonna connect it with a little bit of zigzag. And that is it for this max version of Blackheart. Hope you guys liked the way it turned out, and if you do, please do give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you next time.